Hey guys, today I'm going to do a review of Doctor Faustus by Christopher Marlowe. Dr. Faustus is basically a philosopher. He's an academic, and then he decides that he doesn't want to follow any of the academic routes apart from magic. And then he starts getting these books and telling spells, and he conjures up devils, and he's really stupid because he sits there with the devil. And he's like, I don't believe in devils or hell. And he's sitting right in front of him. And this play is just basically about the stupidity of Faustus. Marlowe's a really interesting writer because he was like a forerunner to Shakespeare. He'd come a bit before him. And he wrote two versions of Faustus, the 1604 version and the 1616 version. But neither were published till 9 years after he was dead. And also the company that was performing his play actually had the producer pay another writer to add parts in, and that's why the 1616 version is more violent. The later version is obviously more for the church. It makes the church seem a lot better, and the devil's a lot more obviously evil, which they are. For example, when Faustus goes to play tricks on the Pope in the earlier version, he's just doing it for a bit of fun. And the clown who only comes into the 1616 version gives more comic relief, whereas in that version he has a motive for trying to undermine the Pope. This is quite a weird one to review because it's a play. I've never reviewed a play before. So I was trying to think of interesting things to say. But then I thought, like, this play is pretty amazing, really. Like, there's a bit where, if I'm going to sell it to you, he gets his leg pulled off and his head chopped off, and he basically sells his soul to the devil. And another interesting thing about Marlowe was that he was a spy for the government. He ended up getting stabbed when he was like still in his 20s, and we don't know whether that was an accident or whether he really angered someone in a pub. You've probably seen some elements from it before. One of the more popular things, such as The Simpsons, I don't know if it's Homer or Bart or some sort of morally inept character has like a good angel on one shoulder and an evil angel on the other, and this basically comes from Faustus. When he's deciding whether to sell his soul to Mephistopheles and the devil, he talks to the devil on his shoulder and the good angel, and the good angel is like, God will always be there for you, you should repent, and the evil angel's like, but you can't repent, which is very blasphemous. I really want to see this play because it was a joy to read, and I don't really enjoy reading plays usually because they're meant to be watched, but I really want to watch this because obviously like Jude Law's done it and he's gorgeous, and it just seems like a very demanding role. Like, the actors at the time, like the audience would have thought that they were being blasphemous for performing these rituals on stage. And we've been studying it in drama module at uni at the minute, and it's just really interesting to see that the audience would have been as terrified by the performance and expecting a devil to appear on stage, and they thought that the performance was as cursed as the actual play itself and the contents of the play. So I would give Doctor Faustus by Christopher Marlowe a star rating of 4 out of 5 because I'm feeling generous for one, and also it was very, very good. I really enjoyed it. I don't think it could have been a 5. I'm not a play fan really. Like, it'd only be a 5 if I went and saw it and it was as good as my reading experience was. But I really enjoyed reading this play, and I would recommend it to people who want to get into more classic plays. It's quite an accessible play, even reading it as a modern audience. That's it for my review, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye! It's quite violent, really.